Oh Lord. Um, there was something that Kendra G said last night that pissed me off. Um, surprisingly, Messy Michonne decided to go live, and I'm actually gonna play some of this and have a discussion. And I'm also gonna play something else and have a discussion. Let's get it.
Attitude of you're not going to tell me though? Why does it have to be all that? Why does everybody in the world have to know your fuckery, for lack of a better way to describe it? Especially with this heifer. You know I cannot stand this bitch. Y'all already know.
Me
If whoever
neither.
said that they tired of watching Kendra, I've been cut her off because she's doing nothing positive to help anyone except for herself. The funny part about this is that as I was looking through her shit, because I never looked through it on Instagram, she now has, I think it's called a Kendra's Closet, where I guess she's selling these heifers clothes. And I just want to know from the 92%, why is it that you are so freaking gullible and you fall
They're
for any and
dumb.
everything just because it's a black woman? Why is it that you can't just make your own decisions, first of all, based off of how people are and how they freaking treat you? Because TSR, meaning the Shade Room, keeps coming up with all these stupid ass stories about how y'all out here getting finessed by the same people that
Always.
you think that you, because you ain't talking to me, have to follow and do for because they're black and you're black. Now, I know I was only a child in the 70s, but nothing like this have I ever experienced. And I'm not even talking, like, take the internet out of it, because it's not like we didn't talk to each other. I grew up in a old-fashioned black neighborhood, or with grannies, aunties, uncles, all that. Kids, you know what I'm saying? Local school, it was all black people in a whole ass black neighborhood. Everybody owned their house. Everybody maybe even had more than one house.
Mm,
People were married for the most part, and yeah, we
they
know that
were.
people were sneaking out over here. Yeah, we know that people were sneaking out over there sometimes even. But for the most part, you minded your business. You took care of what you had to take care of. You took care of your family. No drama, no shame to the family name.
Damn right.
I always say that. No shame to the family name. You people today do not give a damn about none of
They
that.
don't
And
give a
then turn
shit.
around and start talking about community. We had community back in the 70s and even the 80s. I would even say in the 90s. We had what was a community, because if I did something on this corner, by the time I got home, my grandmother is going to know about it. If I took the long way home, somebody's going to say, Mashawn, where are you going? You know you need to go that way. If I actually did this. My school was a block away from my house with my grandmother.
Yep.
I got a D or something on a paper. First grade kindergarten, right? It must have been first grade. I dropped it on purpose. I dropped it on purpose, thinking that it would just go away. Right? Do you know by the time I got home, somebody was walking right in behind me saying, Michonne, drop this. I want to make sure you got it. Talking to my granny. And then, of course, she comes to me and says, why you dropped this? And I'm lying. And I said, I didn't. She said, you dropped this on purpose, didn't you? I said, no, I didn't. Lying. I was lying. She said, don't lie to me. Of course, I had my head down. She said, don't you ever do this again. She said, because it don't matter what the damn grade is. You don't be littering. Because that's what she went to. Don't be littering. And she said, don't be lying to me. And then don't be taking, and don't be messing up in school and think that you're just going to, just throw something away and not let nobody know. She said, "Don't be having our business out here in the street." And I'm in the first grade. This is what was going on in the 70s. We really did have a community. We really did have people who looked out for us. Nobody said there was no crime. Nobody said there was no racism. What I'm gonna say is there was more racism then than it is now. Yeah. I'm not trying to compare racism. Trust me, I'm not. But it was a lot more blatant back then than now. But nobody can seem to do anything. Life sucks. And if life is so bad, why is it that you heifers got to keep coming out here and talking shit?
Yeah, why?
And again, Devon, I agree. This is rage bait for sure,
Very much
because
rage
she is
bait.
in these comments.
Very much rage bait.
Like somebody just said, fighting for her life, but she's doing it on purpose. She's doing it on purpose so that she can placate to her audience. Listen to me when I tell you, take my 54 years on this earth and trust me when I tell you, she definitely did this for rage.
It was no need for Kendra to open her fucking mouth. It was no need for it.
To show and prove to her audience, you don't need a man because this is how they act. Let me go ahead and play this for y'all so I can get this bug-eyed bitch off the screen. And I'm going to let it play twice. Let me turn this music down. I don't want nobody to miss nothing of this mess.
Something. As long as the requirement is for me to lay on my back and open my legs, a man will never be the prize. Because the requirement is my life. Okay? The requirement is my energy. The requirement is for me to make time for you.
Me. You don't shut the fuck up, bitch. That's why you can't get a man now, you selfish season next Tuesday. Cause everything's gotta be you. And not only that, but when I play the Kevin Samuels clip, oh, y'all really gonna see that shit now. Dude, oh God. I have never came across a woman so self-serving, so damn selfish, so egotistical in my motherfucking life since Kendra motherfucking Gilliam. Selfish ass broad.
You, I run a whole company. Okay.
What they do, bitch?
Time for you. If I have to schedule you in, if I have to alter my life, you will never be the prize. And I know my worth so much that.
In the words of Kevin Samuels, Kendra G, buy a dog and die the fuck alone.
That's why it's not about, oh, why can't Kendra get a man? No, honey, why can't a man get Kendra? I ain't never trying to get.
This egotistical bitch can kiss my whole black ass. The fucking ego. The narcissism, just everything.
No man, honey. You got to get me because I am 1,000% whole, good, and thriving. And
if you're 100% whole, thriving, and all this bullshit, why the fuck did you make this post, bitch? Why? Let's continue.
I am proof that this notion of without a man you will not be happy, that is the brainwashedness that they want women to feel because they want you to feel like, oh, you have everything but a man. Thank God. Like sometimes you should say thank God.
You do have everything but a man, you ignorant cunt. The fuck is we talking about?
To that prayer. See, a woman, when she really knows her worth, she knows what she brings to a relationship. So you can't manipulate her giving that greatness to you because you think you're great. I think the hell not. You ain't got enough money in the bank for my life. Your penis is not big enough.
Why do these modern women want to equate everything with a man through his wallet and his penis? Seriously.
For the sacrifice for my life. There ain't an access you can give me that I cannot get on my own that is worth the sacrifice.
I gotta pause this shit. This is copium if I ever saw it. Shout out to Destro Reborn.
Sacrifice of my life. And that's just a fact. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just telling you what I know. And
yeah, you are. You're trying to flex
my entire life. My life represents that like it's not a...
Talking about you ain't trying to flex. You lying ass piece of shit. You know damn well you trying to flex. Don't you sit there trying to lie in my face, bitch?
Sociable, you can see it now. But when I didn't have a pot to piss in, okay? When I had nothing but a dream and a hustle, I had that same mentality. So you're never going to get the advice from me, it is better to have a man than not to have a man. You're not getting that advice from me. Let me tell you something. As long as the requirement is for me to lay on my back and open my legs, a man will never be the prize. Because the requirement is my life, okay? The requirement is my energy. The requirement is for me
to... Again, buy a dog and die the fuck alone.
Make time for you. I run a whole company, okay? So if I have to make time for you, if I have to schedule you in, if I have to alter my life, you will never be the prize. And I know my worth so much. That is why it's not about, oh, why can't Kendra get a man? No, honey, why can't a man get Kendra?
The reason you can't get a man, Kendra, is because mindset-wise, you have become the damn man. That's why.
I ain't never trying to get no man, honey. You got to get me because I am 1,000% whole, good, and thriving.
And you're a damn lie.
I am proof that this notion of without a man, you not be. That is the brainwashedness that they want women to feel because they want you to feel like.
Again, a liar.
Oh, you have everything but a man. Thank God. Like sometimes you should say thank God to that prayer. See, a woman, when she knows her worth, she knows what she brings to a relationship. So you can't manipulate her giving that greatness to you because you think you're great. I think the hell not. You ain't got enough money in the bank for my life. Your penis is not big enough for the sacrifice for my life. There ain't an access you can give me that I cannot get on my own that is worth the sacrifice of my life. And that's just a fact. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just telling you what I know. And I've known that my entire life. My life represents that like it's not negotiable. You can see it now. But when I didn't have a pot to piss in, okay? When I had nothing but a dream and a hustle, I had that same mentality. So you're never going to get the advice from me, it is better to have a man than not to have a man. You're not getting that advice from me. Let me tell you something.
So I don't have the Price is Wrong button because I'm on the couch, right? But, you know, she wants to come and say this. It's basically a rah-rah women down with men. We all see that this is the narrative. And if this is what this heifer really wanted, she wouldn't need to come out here and make this damn statement. This is supposed to be a person. I'm going to need you hating hoes to listen to me, okay? This is supposed to be a person that's hosting a dating show for you to come together with a man. Why would she say this? This is the person that you all go to, and as you're all in this comment section, somebody's lying. Let me just say it. Somebody is lying. Somebody is lying. The woman hosts a dating show The reason that all you heifers are in her comment section is because you watch and go to said dating show.
Bingo.
So for her to say, I don't want to make, which is a lie in my opinion.
For the piss of hell.
It's just a lie.
And I'm about to prove it in a few minutes.
Why would you big up that if you want a man? Why would you be calling her show if you're, and let's just be normal. I'm not talking about all the different variations of relationships. I'm just talking about male and female. Why would you then go on this show? You all should stop going on the show. You all should stop participating
Makes sense.
in the show. You all should, she should be cutting the show off because y'all don't want a man. Y'all don't need a man, and that's fine. But then you go to the same show to find a man. Make it make sense. See, a lot of running off at the mouth be going on. Just to be saying something to show and prove the sisterhood that I'm still down with the sisterhood. That's all this is.
Yep.
This is all sisterhood bullshit.
It's
this is I'm still down for you, sister. We all together, sister. You my sister. I'm your sister. And to reiterate the man hate, why is it that you all want to portray this? You hate men so bad, and then turn around and get on the TikTok and show and prove that that's not true. Go make these daggone videos. Child, you all do this stuff to yourself, and then don't be saying, don't be following this heifer. Let me just go ahead and bring this up. Hold on. You want to follow this heifer, not this heifer. This is the heifer you want to follow, who, before she started this dating show, before she started the dating show, somebody broke up with her.
Yep.
Then 2020, she started the dating show.
Yep.
Then she got scammed by Ashyfoot. But she was all into him. She had it all over the place.
Sure hell did.
She thought she was getting proposed to. If y'all...
And let me pause it. Before she got with Ashyfoot, she did an interview with Kevin Samuels. And mind you, she was 41 when she did the interview with Kevin Samuels, which, by definition, she was in no man's land before she got with Ashyfoot.
Recall, for those that don't know, she thought she was getting married. So up until, how long ago was that? Maybe 2 years ago? She was getting married. She was in a relationship. Now all of a sudden, a man got to get her. Because she all that. She is talking exactly like those women that we was listening to yesterday on that show with Kevin Frazier. If this how y'all want to go out that way. But don't blame nobody but your damn selves. Because I know there's a lot of you that don't believe this from the inside out. You don't believe it. You're just going along with a narrative because you're freaking conditioned to do so for some reason, and you don't want to break away because you're scared. You don't want nobody to talk about you. You don't want nobody to make fun of you. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of weak ass women. Y'all are weak as F. Y'all are allowing your life to pass you by on the strength of some damn body else and what they may think. It's not just Kendra. It's all these biatches. Just because you might make $75,000, you just think that you the bomb.mf&com. You are not Jeff Bezos.
Sure hell
You're not
not.
CEO or COO.
You're not.
You still be out here complaining.
And
You
whimpering.
still can't manage money.
And whining.
We, and I say we because I'm a black woman, still at the bottom of some of the dumbest lists and at the top of some of the dumbest lists. So
Yep.
Somebody is lying. Somebody around here is lying. And the lies that they are telling, even though they can be proven that they're lying, you all still want to follow it. There is no shame at all in wanting to be partnered with somebody.
Right.
There is no shame at all in wanting to have a relationship. There is no shame at all if you want to be married. There's no shame in any of that. Stop letting these stupid ass media outlets, dumb ass, non dating coach people make you think something that is not freaking true. I don't even know what the count is on that heifer site because I cut her out because she was no good. Do y'all hear me?
And by the way, Kendra G's app, last I checked, has been at a barely 2-star rating for at least a damn year. Which means your app is trash, your show is trash, your life is trash.
I cut that heifer out because I already knew she was no good. She is one of the detriments to black people, particularly black women, in relationships. Why would you go to a person that cannot sustain a relationship? Let me take this off because I'm not trying to talk about Selena. Why would you want to go to a person that cannot even sustain a relationship, cannot act right in a relationship, cannot have a long-term relationship for relationship advice and think that she can help you? When are y'all going to help your damn selves? When are y'all going to take accountability for the things that you do and the decisions that you make? And if that means that you are listening to somebody else that you, one, don't know, two, you have never met, three, ain't got a relationship, one, four, don't have nobody at home, ain't had nobody at home that's saying stuff like I'm living in my singleness or whatever that dumb mess she said at Valentine's Day last year. If there is a person that's happy in her singledness, why would you want to follow a person happy in their singledness? Why wouldn't you talk and speak and follow someone who's happy in their marriedness? That doesn't make sense.
It does.
It doesn't. Why are y'all so gullible? Why are y'all so...
And I won't tell you why black women are gullible. When you target a black woman's feelings, there's which unfortunately black women love to be scammed. There, I said it. Shout out to RBN. Black women love to be scammed.
Easily led. Why do you listen to people who all they want to do is come up off of any dime that they can get from you? And then when you find out something that you don't like about them, you're going to say, boycott, we don't want to follow, we not doing this, deport them, or whatever stupid thing that you're going to say. And it's like, they already have the money, honey. It's too late. Because you don't use that thing between your ears in advance of till you get taken yet again.
Always.
How can she say this and then you continue to go to her for dating? It doesn't make sense.
Unfortunately, Mr. Mashawn, it's not supposed to make sense. Because women are in that emotional state. They don't make sense. Logic goes out the window. Is all it's about is I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel. And then you wonder why the community's in the crapper. You wonder why they won't sit there blame passport bros, but yet these are the same black women that help create the passport bros. Let's start there. They won't sit there complain about women whine and BICTH and complain about passport bros, but yet when they complain about passport bros, the passport bros don't care. And the reason the passport bros don't care is why do I gotta care about what you women think? You women rejected me. Remember? Let's continue.
Why is she continuing to host a
Oh,
dating
good
show
morning,
there?
Messi. I didn't even know you was
It's
there.
because of
Good morning.
money, dummies. It's money. It's
Bingo.
monetary. That's it. That's all. And you'll still willingly.
So translation is this: the more the more 304s I keep single. Mind y'all, this is Kendra's thinking. The more 304s I keep single, the longer I stay rich, and the more money I get. But yet, these bras ain't gonna get it. And why they not gonna get it? It's because they're fucking stupid. They're not gonna get it. And I guarantee you, a lot of these women have not seen or much less heard the interview between Kendra G and Kevin Samuels, which I'm actually going to get to that in a couple minutes.
And you'll still willingly go over there and do whatever it is that y'all do, because I don't know anymore. I don't give a damn. And it's in your face. See, there's so many people. Black people try to say that, people always playing in their face and all they want to see is white people. I'm going to need you to see the colored people that are playing in your face. I'm
Damn
honestly
right.
tired of pointing it the fuck out.
Damn right.
I am honestly tired of pointing it the entire fuck out. When are you going to use that thing between your damn ears and discern and understand that there are too many people? Look, people today as a whole keep talking about consumerism, capitalism, everybody making all this money, poor versus rich, all that stuff, and then you continue to give your hard-ass earned money or your easy-ass earned money to the same people that you complain about.
Exactly.
You're willingly giving your livelihood to people so that they can come up and be rich, and then you'll turn around and say what happened, looking for someone to help you or looking for something for the free. Or looking for the government to help you, which is asinine in itself.
Yeah.
Keep doing the same dumb stuff over and over again. This woman is playing in.
And here's something else I don't get to. Some of these people be looking for the government to help save their ass. But the thing is, if you look at what the projects are, if you read in between the lines, the projects are nothing but a modernized version of the plantation. The prisons, again, are nothing but modernized plantations. Well, let me rephrase that. Unless you go down to Angola, down in Louisiana, which was an actual plantation. So, with that being said, that's a little something that folks need to think about. Let's get back into this.
Is playing in y'all's face, and this is nothing new. She been playing in y'all's face. Been.
Whole damn time.
Been. And if you got people in your life who think that it's weird that you, said person, would like to be with some man, whichever man it is, and you looking to get married, you're a fucking fool. Listen, you lucky if you get to live a long life. The goal is to get old. That's what I always say. Shout out to Generation X and all of us that are here as we see some of our icons from when we were younger pass away at ages that they shouldn't be passing away from for whatever the reasons. We know that Rob Bass had cancer. If you didn't know he had cancer. You gonna waste life, hours, time, years, months, minutes, moments for a dating guru grifter
Yeah.
that's telling you
Oh.
how she allegedly feels, which again, I don't believe her, but let's just take her for what she says. And you trust her to try to get you a relationship, to put you in front of someone that's going to be good for a relationship. At last I saw, she wasn't doing that great to begin with the crazy ass looking people that come through that mess. But y'all think that shit is cute? Y'all think that stuff is attractive? Those stupid stories? That's the level that she has. Let's go there, okay?
And I'm gonna say this. Well, even though y'all can't see my face, I'm gonna say it with a straight face anyway. Anybody with a pair of eyes and and a set of ears know damn well that the Kendra G dating show ain't nothing but a dumpster fire from the pits of damn hell. It's a dumpster fire. You got these ghetto ass garbage damn people that come on there with two or three baby daddies looking for the damn next baby daddy. Instead of you looking for baby daddy number four, you need to STFU and raise your goddamn children. Oh Lord, Lord, I am so sorry. I didn't. Oh Lord, sorry. Need to STFU and raise your kids. And to be honest, that's probably another reason why the community is jacked up. Cause you want to sit there be with Pookie for 2 months here, and then you go Ray Ray for another 2 months. Then you go Man Man for another 2 months, and then you go to Harry for another 2 months. Then you go John for another 2 months. Dick hopping ain't gonna save the community. And to you Pookie ass man, going from pussy to pussy ain't gonna help the community neither. I know the way I'm saying it is vulgar as hell, but damn it, y'all MFers need to hear this shit. Some of y'all brothers need gate. Well, let me rephrase that. All of us brothers need to gatekeep our ping, and all you ladies need to gatekeep your damn womb. Because because if y'all don't, y'all could end up with an Apple situation where you get with a chick, you get with her for 2 weeks, and you're not to check up, and then all hell breaks loose. This is why Kevin Samuels damn near is close close or if not up to the day he died said the words marry before you carry. And the reason he said marry before you carry, cause if you marry the guy that you have kids with, it is a higher percentage chance of that guy staying around to help you raise your children. That's why Cass said that. Let's get back into this a little bit more. I apologize for the cursing, but I am just so sick of the fuckery that some of y'all do. And y'all want to sit a bitch, whimper, whine, and complain about the fuckery and don't want to fix a damn thing. Quit complaining about the fuckery that y'all do. Get off your lazy asses and fix the shit. Damn.
Okay? My grandmother had her military husband. He died. He left her something. Here's a reason to be married if you marry someone that's worth a damn. That man.
And here's the problem. These women act like they don't know how to vet nobody. Well, unfortunately, some of them don't know how to vet anybody because they weren't taught how to vet. But some of these women know how to vet men, but they just too damn lazy to do it.
left her 3 houses in the, well, probably before the 70s, but I wasn't born until 71. So he left her 3 houses during the 70s, 60s, 50s. That, a lot of racism going on. A lot of racism going on then. How is that even possible for a man, not only, but I'm going to say only in the military, to be able to have a family of at least 8, 9, 10 kids, 2 adults, and everybody else that wanted to come and live there? But today, y'all can't get through. So today, y'all can't make it work.
See, that's because they don't want it to work. They see, instead of them working with a man, they want to sit there get a man so they can control him. And and here's the thing with modern women: modern women would rather have control than love, and then they wonder why they're in the shithole that they in. Because the men of today ain't gonna put up with the bullshit that some of the men had to put up with back in the day. The shit's played out. Has has the nigga Marie will say, you're dealing with the new age of men. Let's get back into it.
They definitely had less money than we did.
Sure hell
If you were
did.
Generation X and you was with your grandmother like that, let us know right now. Did your grandmother complain? Did
I myself am not Generation X, but I was lucky enough to have my mother, my grandmother, and my great grandmother. I was lucky enough to have experienced my experienced life with all three of them. My great grandmother's dead and gone. My grandmother's dead and gone. By the grace of God, my mother is still here. And I have never seen those three women ever want to complain about anything. They made it way and they figured it out. These women now, instead of them figuring it out, they want to sit here, whimper, whine, complain, and point fingers. Whimpering, whining, and complaining ain't gonna solve anything. Quit whimpering, quit whining, and figure it out.
did she have to work? Did you have a grandfather? Like, I never met my grandfather. He was deceased before I was able to know who anyone was. Y'all can't even leave a life insurance policy today. I guess that's racism too. Do you know how much racism was going on back there? I've gotten called the N-word, I believe, 2 times. Once in Guam and once in South Carolina. My kids.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of these white folks in South Carolina, they sure as hell love to call black person N word.
Hard ER.
Very hard ER.
Back then, when we were all together, it wasn't no ghetto. It definitely wasn't no ghetto, but it wasn't no hoity-toityness either. It was just, it was, I would consider it middle class, even with all those kids there back in the day. Everybody was happy. People were happy.
Yep.
People were living. People was traveling, not necessarily not overseas, but people were traveling. That's why so many people, well, I came from a military town, but that's why so many people were in the military, so that they could see the world by way of the military.
Yep.
So you would go
That's
and you would get a husband in the military, because then you could see the world on the military. Plus, that was just one of the better people that had the better jobs and better pay. So it made sense. And even though we got that granny that we looked at the other day, and I believe her story, trust me when I tell you, I absolutely believe her story. it doesn't mean that that happened to your grandmother, and it doesn't mean that you need to take that trauma on.
Bingo.
Why would you want to take on somebody else's trauma for your life? Why is it that you want to take on what somebody else says and apply it to you? When y'all out here always talking about this therapy and getting help and emotional intelligence and doing the work, y'all ain't doing no work.
You're not.
Ain't no way you doing work and then you're going to still go and go to that woman to try to get a freaking relationship or a man. How?
A woman who has no man and no relationship trying to help you to get a man in a relationship. Make it make sense.
It don't even make sense. She's bragging about single and being single. That's what she wants you all to be, which is the point in this
Bingo.
post, is to rage bait, like Devon said, and y'all can start cackling together, sisterhoodedness, and you're going to be solidarily with her.
Yep.
She gets you to say, that's right, girl, you tell them, girl. Then y'all gonna tune in tonight. Then y'all gonna tune in tomorrow.
Yep.
I need one of you hating hoes to make that make sense. Do you see how dumb you look? Do you see how dumb that sounds?
Dumbassery.
And if somebody says, you probably should talk to somebody like Megan Luke Hazley, you're not trying to hear that because they're not loud. I'm loud. It is what it is. But y'all, I'm not trying to get y'all married because I could give a damn. But I'm not trying to teach nobody nothing because I know you bitches ain't gonna listen.
They
Don't
won't.
say nobody ever told you. I'm gonna tell you that. Don't say nobody ever told you. So I'm saying, if you want to be married, go to someone that's married. If you want to be in a relationship, go to someone that's in a relationship. Y'all go to the, I'm a single lady, I'm a single lady, I'm a single lady. That's basically what she just said. I'm a single lady, I'm a single lady, I'm a single lady, I'm a single. And y'all gonna follow her. But you know what? I guess she was following that song as Beyonce was married. I guess y'all forgot that part. I guess that just goes out the window. Y'all, like I said earlier, y'all loved "Cater to Me" when that song came out. I absolutely love that song. But y'all loved that song too when it first came out. When Destiny's Child sang "Cater to Me," and when that song came out, that song sexy as fuck. Okay. Now, recently, y'all wanted to get the damn thing banned because of what it says. You're being led. You're being led.
Being led like sheep.
Just like them LTMs and that other bitch down in Decatur, I believe, trying to take down Jay Witt and his wife.
Which I myself have done a little clip on that. Please go look at it when you have time.
Over words that they did not break the law, but because they think these are the white people that black women, the 92%, want to be aligned with. Y'all want to be aligned with them so bad, and then you want to turn around and talk about racism. I need somebody to make it make sense.
And I'm going to say this very loud and very clear. The Democratic white folks and the Republican white folks, them MFers ain't for us, man. They have their own agenda. And the sooner y'all realize that, the better.
You are aligning yourselves always with the wrong crap.
Always.
So you want to align yourself with a happily single, allegedly person that hosts a dating show trying to get you in a relationship and marriage. Hello? Do you hear me saying these words out of my mouth? Do you hear what I'm saying? I am speaking English, right? Make it make sense. We just watched tonight's conversation earlier, as we always do. Another show of a bunch of people, but again, y'all into they black, I'm black, we black. And what are you going to wait until you're 80, 90 years old, and then you realize, just like you allegedly realize that Nicki Minaj ain't no good? Again, I don't understand why you all think that you can tell people what they need to do. You can't even get your own shit straight. This is another reason why ain't nobody trying to listen to y'all. Y'all failing every day. The things that you do don't make any sense. And the things that you're doing don't make any sense. So why should anybody follow what you're saying? Let me go ahead and show you who Kendra is, though. Hold on.
Wait a minute, I got a better one. I know we're gonna come out to messing with Sean. Let's go to this one here, where it is the interview of Kendra G and Kevin Samuels. Oh my goodness. Rest in peace to the Godfather. Shout out to that Shag 2X. Let's get it.
Video. We got a Kevin Samuels video. A subscriber sent me a video of Kevin Samuels talking to Kendra G. And you know what I thought? I wonder, how did this age? And I'll let you know what you
It
believe it
aged
aged like. That's
very,
correct. It
very,
aged terribly.
very
Kendra G
damn well.
technically has the same mindset. Random. Y'all know how difficult it is to set up the lighting and everything here? I think I'm finally getting the hang of it. I had to slightly move the desk back, had to bring the light closer, had to slightly push it to the side. I had to turn one light off because it was making it too bright. There was so many things I had to do, but I think I got it down now. Back to scheduled programming. Kendra G, the woman in her 40s, believes that she doesn't have to suffer. The worst part is she still believes that now. When y'all hear what she said, which was like almost like 5 years ago, when y'all hear what she says, it's gonna make you understand that, hey yo, if you were going down Kendra G route, shame on you. The worst idea. Everybody learn. Kendra G is the lamb that everyone get to see. You go down this route, you end up just like Bobby. Who's Bobby? Bobby's that lamb with the crooked teeth, boo-boo in his fur, and for some reason keep barking even though he's a lamb. Yeah, Bobby's crazy. But Bobby, we know Bobby. That's Kendra G. She's supposed to be the Bobby. But hold up. Just hitting this video, need to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste no. Look.
Ah, come on.
Oh, you didn't know what that was. Oh, that doo-doo, man.
I think I have to admit, when you talk about high value men, those that are, I have friends and the men that I've dated, a lot of things you are spot on. They're very big on images. They are big on being catered to. I'm a woman who used to desire those type of men. I don't really desire them that much because I don't want to fulfill what they desire. And one of the things you mentioned it the other night is you got to share that man. A lot of times that man, if he makes 400,000 or more, he may have another woman. And I know I cannot deal with that. So I think
Here's something. I know that this is maybe a little bit off topic, but I'm going to say it anyway. Women, I don't know why women think that they're entitled to monogamy. Monogamy is a choice. Okay? And I know a lot of women may not want to hear that. Monogamy is not granted to you. Monogamy is a choice. Let's get back into it.
a lot of women sometimes say they want these men, but they've never dated it because if they had, they wouldn't be just focusing on the money. There's a lot of women that have men with money, but they're not always happy either.
Well, okay, so the follow-up question to that would be, that's the kind of man you would like to have, you just don't like that aspect of it.
Well, I would say this. I'm 41, right? So when I listen to the women, when I was
Wait a minute, 41. Mind y'all, this now is about 5 years ago. Kendra G said she is 41 here. Notice when she did this interview with Kevin Samuels, Kendra was already in no man's land. Let that sink in. 41 and already in no man's land.
I was in the 30s when I had the girls from up here. They remind me of myself because I was like, he got to have a lot of money. He got to take care of all the bills. That's what I was on, and I
Typical hypergamous woman.
running those circles. But what I've learned is a lot of those men just couldn't be faithful. So then I learned, well, that's my deal breaker. Faithfulness is my deal breaker. So I've been blessed.
The question I have
Again, monogamy is a choice.
is because I hear what you're saying, but then I'm also like, that sounds good.
Okay.
Because you 41 years old, married, any kids?
Nope, I froze my eggs though, so I got a safety net just in case.
So
you froze your eggs. You're 41. You're in no man's land. Now, realistically speaking, you should have had your kids 10 years earlier than this, Kendra.
So that sounds wild. That sounds wild. Kendra, I froze my eggs. That's a safety net. That sounds crazy. I froze my eggs. Kendra, those eggs are still froze. Yeah, I know this is an old video. This old video, but boy, does this look bad with time. This aged like milk. I froze my eggs. Those eggs are still froze, right? Oh, God. That's your safety net. Not you lowering your standards is a safety net. You froze your eggs. Okay.
So you're accustomed to a certain standard of life.
We're only 4 minutes into this video. This video proves that the Kendra G show is nothing more than the blind leading the blind. Let's continue.
This is true.
And if a man is making the median of what a black man is making, $42,500, he can't afford your standard of life.
So is that my problem?
See,
Really? You selfish piece of shit. Oh my goodness. You self-centered, self-serving. See you next Tuesday. Let's get back into it.
It's the reality of the world. See, what happens far too often, especially in our communities, black women wait too long to get married.
Damn
you wait
right.
Till you're too old. You wait till you have too much experience. And
yep.
Your experience and your income has gone up, and that is inversely proportional to your sexual marketplace value.
So can I speak to that?
So let me finish making the example because I hear women come on and say, you know what, that high value thing, I really don't want that because I don't want to have to share him. All right, but then are you going to be able to look at a man making $45,000 a year and respect him to the same level that a high value man would be respected?
Hell no.
I would respect a man who's hardworking, and as long as he doesn't.
Look at her. She didn't even answer a damn question. She didn't even answer a damn question.
Try to minimize me in any way. Now,
that's a lie. First off, her answer to Kevin Samuels was no. Because even if we go off of right now, Kendra G will not talk to a guy unless he makes like a significant amount of money. So her answer was no. But then she thought she could just start saying that if he hardworking, what's hardworking? She's gonna say hardworking is you making a lot of money. That's the only way she believes you're hardworking. So Kendra, oh man, you ain't changed a bit, did you, Kendra? The only thing that changed is you got old. We all get old. I'm old.
Now that's the biggest thing. If he's okay with me being my full self.
You didn't answer whether or not you respect him to the same level you respect the high value man.
She won't.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm gonna say yes only because I'm gonna tell you this. I've dated high value men. I've dated the men with the Rolls Royces and all the cars.
She is so full of shit.
And all the glitz and glamour, and they always thought because they had the cars and the glitz and glamour that you got to bow down to them. And
I get it, but I'm talking about the man who's working at the post office.
I would say, now I'm gonna tell you my requirements. I want you to be attractive. So if you're a guy that's working at the post office and you're attractive and you,
hold on, let me time out.
She,
Why do you want to be attractive?
She trying to bullshit.
I can't have nothing.
No, let me explain. See, this is what's so wrong.
She don't get it.
For so many of our women, you're supposed to be the attractive one, not us.
That's true.
Fact.
Black women today have atavistic mating standards, very primitive. Meaning, I want you to look good. So he can make $40,000 a year as long as he look good.
I'm not saying that.
It sounds so crazy. So if he makes more
So
than $40,000
juvenile.
a year, he's already now in like a small percentage. But if he makes less than 40%, then he gotta look good, which means now he's in a small percentage. You're gonna find.
And this is such juvenile thinking if you think about it. But here's the thing. A lot of y'all modern women, mindset wise, are juvenile women in the mind.
A way to bottleneck this thing no matter what. You're like, no matter what, you're gonna make this where you can't get a guy. And she's 40 something. Kendra is pushing 50. Not in this video, but now, because I don't know how long this video was. 4 years ago, Kendra is 45. So I'm gonna count that as pushing 50. Kendra, you are dumb. My fault. I didn't mean to insult you, my sister. You are foolish. That's a respectful insult.
I'm not saying that he can make $40,000 a year. I'm not.
That's what most black men make, $42,500.
Okay, so Kevin, so are you saying in your perspective that it's over for me? Then I don't have.
No, it's not. No, what I'm saying is your
That's
price.
crazy how you.
Of course, she would say, so it's over for me. At that moment, you still had a slight chance of getting a guy, Kendra. Your problem is, due to your arrogance, ego, and narcissism, you didn't want to lower your damn standards.
Jump to the extreme
How
like
is my
that.
price too high?
Okay. Well. First of all,
You're 41. How's your price? Like you're 41. There you go. That's the start.
You asked me, and I'm going. You're 41 and unmarried.
Right?
Bingo.
By choice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No.
By choice, my ass, bitch. You saying you're 41 and unmarried by choice. First off, we all know that's a damn lie. You're narcissistic and egotistical as hell. Two major turnoffs to men. And most definitely a dick repellent to the men you want.
Well, no, I can say that. I was once engaged when I was in college. Okay.
Whoop-de-doo.
I just got.
See, this is what I mean. The engagement queens. You
Whoop-de-doo.
can't make this shit up.
No, I'm not. Listen, wait, Kevin.
Don't overtalk me. No. I said if we could start giving black women credit for engagements. You act like that shit matters. I'm not married, but I'm not by choice. Unless you're turning away proposals of men value and esteem, it doesn't matter. Y'all talk about y'all are unmarried when ain't nobody that you want to marry.
All right, guys, myself and Kevin are so pumped to partner with Cozy, which is an all-Canadian company that is now shipping to the U.S. I needed a couch that...
Trying to marry you.
Kevin, can I speak to that?
No, because I haven't got to my point. You asked me, why is it over for me? That's what you asked.
But I want just to say one thing. Okay?
Let me get to my point.
She don't listen to no damn body. You know something? If she'd actually attempted to listen to Kevin Samuels, I have a feeling that Kendra G would have probably at least had somebody in her life as I'm speaking right now if she'd attempted to listen to Kevin Samuels. That's my opinion.
Dude,
Okay.
I didn't even. This is why it's over for a lot of sisters too. Look, you can be right all you want to. Men control access to marriage. And one of the major reasons that older women are getting passed over for younger women is you're too masculine. You're too bossy. You're too opinionated. That works well in the corporate world when you're making other people successful and rich and fine, but it does not work well when you're trying to connect with a man. Why is it over for many women your age? One, because your income has risen. And females have evolved. Evolutionary biology says women want men to have at least what they have. The older you get, the more money you make, the more education you have, the more resources you get, thereby inflating your estimation of yourself.
Yep.
But that estimation is not your sexual marketplace value. It is going down.
Yep.
True.
Can I respond? I want to be respectful because it's your
That nigga.
Kendra. He just gave you some truth. And here you is trying outright denying the truth that he gave you. Not even trying to take nothing in. I don't see how the hell KS did this interview. Because this interview will piss me off.
He didn't listen to a goddamn word he said. That's
Hell
what that
no.
was. Can I say something? You ain't gonna respond to it. You just said, can I say something? That's Kendra. Kendra, listening is not her thing. She understands. Captain Tazaria, listening is an art that she does not have. That was wild. She's about to just talk.
Go ahead. But do you understand that example I just gave? The interpersonal relationship.
I understand, but can I speak now? Because I'm being respectful. This is your platform, so I definitely want to honor your rules. I just got out of a relationship in January, and I could be married right now if that was my goal. But
ma'am, you's a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
I would rather be happy than just married to say I have a husband. And I don't think that should be looked down upon. I don't think that's my honest truth. You could, feel away, but that's an honest truth. I was in a relationship that he wanted.
How long were you in it?
We were together since last year, 8 months.
Okay.
And he was ready to be married very soon, very early on. And I don't want to be married just to be married. I'm not going to live with fear and say, oh, okay.
So do you want to be married?
Huh?
Do you want to be married?
Excuse me?
Do you want to be married?
I want to be happily married. If I get married,
oh my God.
Because
a simple yes or no question, and she got to put all these caveats on yes or no question.
Do you want to be married?
Oh, did he want to be married? Yes.
Do you want to be married?
I will be married if it makes sense. I'm not going to be married just.
What the hell does that mean? I'll get married if it makes sense. The fuck is you talking about? I'll get married if it makes sense. The fuck out of here.
Be married, and I don't feel like that.
And look at her now. Look at this Negro now. I want to be married if it makes sense. You ain't getting married. Tell you the truth, you're going on everybody else's platform talking as if you know what you're talking about. That's the wild part, boy. This Kendra, you just ruined everything.
All right. So again.
The Bandit is our best-selling everyday carry pack, designed to be a go anywhere, do anything scouting trip.
I've asked you, do you want to be happily married? And are you going to be married? I want to be happily married. Ma'am, I'm going to be honest. I don't care about your happiness. I don't care about your love. Marriage is a practical choice. And you can make all these things you want, ma'am. And yes, you're 41, but you're going to be 50, just like that.
I know, I will be.
So, the question becomes, if you want to be married, I mean, let's be real. You're freezing your eggs for a reason. Why?
I did. Because I didn't want the pressure to just go out and get pregnant because of my age and my clock. Men have that.
You're 41. You're in no man's land. The time for you to have kids would have been 10 years earlier than this video.
To carry the baby.
I mean, if I can't carry the baby, then I'll get a surrogate. I mean, it happens.
So instead of you submitting to a man and getting pregnant, you would rather spend thousands on top of thousands of dollars for a surrogate when you can take your thousands and thousands and put that into a nest egg. In the words of Messi Machon, dumbass.
So
That's wild. So you don't just put your baby inside another lady instead of just doing what you're supposed to do and just have the baby. That's what you're gonna do. That's not fentanyl. I don't know what it is. Instead of just doing what you're supposed to do so you can naturally have the baby, you're gonna do other things and then pay a lady to have the baby. I hope she knows. I think that's the thing, right? I hope she knows that if that lady chooses to keep that baby, I think she get to keep that baby. Now I could be wrong, but I think she can do that. So I think she just gotta give y'all money back or something like that.
So again, but in order for all that to happen, you have to have a man that you deem worthy propose to you.
Okay, and that's
hold on.
Okay.
That man, if he could meet your high standard,
he can
meet a lot of other women's standard as well.
Damn
and
right.
Here's the problem: there are hundreds of you, thousands of you. Why should he pick you over the one that can carry her own babies at 24 or 25 or 26? Who's willing to get on his program, who don't have as many expectations as a woman your age.
Well, listen, this is what I will say. If he wants to, if he feels the way that you're feeling, then he's not the man for me. And
Kendra did not try to learn. She didn't even attempt to try to learn anything. And here's why. She did not come to Kevin Samuels to learn a damn thing. She came here for ego, narcissism, and clout. That's the only damn reason she up here with Kevin Samuels. Let's continue.
Oh my God!
I don't see that's almost that passive aggressive sign language.
Can I ask you a question? Do you want me to feel okay? Do you
that passive aggressive sign language? That whole if he's not the man for you, that's I don't play that Tyler Perry Christian crap. That's not it. I don't do that over here. You can do that over there, but I don't do that over here.
Okay, Kevin, I'm being respectful. I really am. I'm trying
to figure out. You don't have to be respectful. Here's the thing.
Really?
You being respectful is what you're supposed to do.
Damn
right.
Do
me a favor.
Okay, I wanted to have a conversation. I'm hoping we can have a conversation.
No, you don't.
So I guess
try and clout
am I at the ability to ask you a question? Is that fine?
It's about topic, sure.
Okay, so what do you want me to accept? Because from your, because
I want you to accept your sexual marketplace value.
Accept reality.
So what does that equal to? So what are you saying that I need to?
Nigga, you 41 freezing your eggs. Why is she acting like she don't know? That's the wildest thing in the world. What do you want me to accept? Accept reality. Accept your
accept reality. Accept reality. Accept that you're a damn narcissist. Accept that you're 41 and you're hold on. Accept the fact you're in no man's land.
I don't know, man. Accept that value, baby. What is it? Nigga, if you don't know what it is, this is pretty bad for you, my dear. If you don't know that you 41 putting your eggs in a freezer, you don't know what it is? That's crazy.
Okay, what a sexual marketplace value of a 41-year-old woman is lower than a 31-year-old woman.
Okay.
It's lower than a 21-year-old woman. Because if a man wants to have multiple children, he cannot have them with you carrying them.
That's true.
Okay. That's true. And I don't want to have multiple children. So
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
I said if a man wants to have
What the hell did you have to do with this? How did that was? She's retarded. This is the same Kendra. She's
dumb.
the same person. That had to be a form of Down syndrome or retarded. It was something that she just did. How could you hear him say that a man, if he wants multiple kids, he can't have them with you? Well, that's good because I ain't want multiple kids. Nigga, what did you have to do with this? Did I just say if a man? So I guess you're a dude with the wig now, right? Oh man, he's doing great. I would have hung up on her. I'll let y'all know now. If I ever did phone calls, that hang up button is gonna be pressed. I'm gonna break that bitch alive.
multiple children. I don't care. See, you keep going back to what you want.
Self.
You control access to your
She can't
body.
control her face.
And for a time frame, women control access to whether or not kids are born. But see, what older women, especially accomplished women, have a hard time accepting is your value has a shelf life. After 35, you're a geriatric pregnancy. If you met a man that you found that you thought was the bee's knees and he wanted 3 children, you can't carry them.
Okay, but Kevin, I would say this, right? Can I just say that?
Is that true?
I agree with you. I'm not.
Either he would have to forego having the children in his legacy, or he'd have to go find someone who could.
Watch what snoring does to your brain every night. This is what a snorer's brain looks like after 10 years. Most people think snoring is just loud breathing. It's not. It's your airway slowly narrowing, like trying to sleep while breathing through a coffee stirrer for 8 hours straight. That's what's causing the damage you just saw. The goal is to take your airway from this to this. The problem is that's exactly what most solutions don't do. Nose strips open your nostrils, but can't stop the soft tissue vibration in your throat. Special pillows, they won't change anything. Your airway is still blocked. Mouth tape is plain dangerous. You can still snore with your mouth closed. And if you have allergies or cold, you're just making it harder to breathe. And CPAPs just blast air through a blocked airway. They don't open it. They're loud, expensive, a pain to travel with. And for non-apnea snoring, it's a complete overkill. Plus, 6 out of 10 people stop using it properly within the first 3 months. These solutions fail because they miss addressing the root cause completely. It's actually your jaw relaxing and falling backward while you sleep. This pulls the tongue and soft tissues, which end up blocking the airway. And as air tries to squeeze through, those tissues vibrate. That's the snoring sound, but it's not just about noise. Every time your airway pinches shut, your oxygen drops. Your heart has to pump harder to compensate, and your brain sends panic signals through your body hundreds of times a night, so your body never rests. That's why you wake up with pounding headaches, brain fog you can't shake, and bone-deep exhaustion that no amount of sleep seems to fix. Studies show chronic snorers can lose up to 10 years of healthy lifespan, because when your cells are starved for oxygen night after night, your heart wears down, your brain loses ground, and your body ages faster than it should. The answer was incredibly simple. Just keep the jaw from sliding backwards during sleep. Doctors have known this for decades. They make custom mouth guards that do exactly this, called MADs, or mandibular advancement devices. They keep your jaw forward so your airway stays open while you sleep. The problem is they can cost upwards of $2,000. And to get one, you need to see a dentist, an ENT, and an orthodontist. The process takes months, and insurance almost never covers it. Most people hear that and walk away. So the damage keeps building. That's exactly why this Italian startup went viral. They partnered with a top Italian orthodontist who has spent more than 20 years designing custom mouthpieces. Together, they built something remarkable. An adjustable mouthpiece designed to work like a custom $2,000 dental device, but at a fraction of the price and adjustable right at home. This mouthpiece's magic is in what they call adaptive fit technology. They designed the mouthpiece so you can adjust it in two ways. First, you can adjust how much you move your jaw forward. That's important because the more you advance your jaw, the more your airway opens up, with 25 different settings, so you can adjust it to fit your mouth just right. Just pull and attach the trays to fit your bite, pop it in, and you're done. Second, each person's mouth is different, so the design allows the mouthpiece to flex to fit the width of your mouth just right, which means the Quiet Lab Pro mouthpiece feels comfortable no matter what your bite size is. No dentist, no $2,000 bill, no months of waiting. Just pop it in before bed and wake up with a clear head. Real energy from the very first night. It is thinner than a credit card, and the medical grade material is so soft you can barely feel it, and it's the only mouthpiece that lets you open and close your mouth while you sleep. You can talk, drink water, and breathe naturally. No boiling, no molding. Ready straight out of the box. It's backed by sleep doctors, cleared by the FDA, and over 350,000 people already using it to stop snoring.
I believe the Quiet Lab mouthpiece is one of the best around. They have all the bases covered and the customer service is terrific.
I love this product. I can now sleep with my husband and it is amazing.
It's worth it. I fell asleep fine and she noticed the immediate difference. I was breathing regularly. My breathing was consistent. So my oxygen levels are good and my sleep was better and I'm more rested. I really don't feel like I need a nap between 2 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Product's pretty awesome. Simple, easy to use. I would recommend it to everybody I know.
And because it worked for so many people, they backed it with a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So you've got nothing to lose, except your snoring. Right now, there's up to 53% discount on this page. And if you order today, you also get a free travel case and cleaning brush. Normally, $19.99. Yours, free, but only while supplies last. When it sells out, this price goes with it. So why wait another night? Click below now to secure your Quiet Lab Pro and finally experience deep and restful sleep and energy you and your partner deserve.
That might already have children and doesn't want children.
Not my example. That's not my example.
Just gonna change the example. That's what you're gonna do. And you know what? I don't like to talk about what you're talking about, Kevin. Let's talk about something else. Let's just talk about me getting with a guy who don't want kids. That's better, right? That's not how this. Just like how much makeup you keep putting on your face. That's not how it works. I want y'all to know makeup is for like blemishes. It's for like when stuff is wrong, not for you to change yourself. It's not for you to walk around saying, become another person, become another person. Like, you're not supposed to be using makeup as if you're a spy. But that's what women keep doing. So I didn't mean to attack you, Kendra. I kind of did. If I could be completely honest with you, I kind of did because you're annoying. In this and in life, annoying.
That's a different example.
Can I just say this? I respect your insight. That's why I came on your platform. Okay. But I'm not gonna allow what you think is gonna be for my life to be my life.
You allow what I don't know you, lady.
Right, exactly. Well, my name is Kendra. You said my name earlier.
Lady, Kendra, ma'am. I don't know you.
Oh, she's getting upset. She's holding a smile on her face as she gets upset. I call that the fox face. She's pretending like she's all right, but now she's offended because he called her out and she's stupid. Yep. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
So the thing is, I'm not going to allow you to start getting upset.
I'm not, Kevin. I'm not upset. I've never.
Yeah, you are.
You came to my platform and asked me for my opinion. Okay, so to tell me what you're not going to allow me to do, that's not necessary.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just ultimately.
What would you call it? What would you call it? I'm not going to allow what you say to do what?
Because I mean, listen, I hear you, but I don't. There's plenty of women that I know that have had babies in their 40s, that have gotten married in their 40s. It can happen. So
You talking black women?
Just because it can happen, don't mean that it's supposed to damn happen. Just because things can happen, don't mean that they're supposed to.
yes, I'm talking
Yeah,
black women.
1 in 4 black women were married. 1 in 4 black women were married in their lifetime. So you telling me about the aged black women who marry off 40 and have babies? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're one of your best friends. You said you knew plenty, and now you're gonna just name your best friend. Kendra, first off, everybody can tell when the goddamn hair hat motherfucker is just lying, okay? When they just keep looking everywhere while saying, I'm one of my best friends, I knew plenty of them. I knew so many of them. Everybody know your is lying, okay, nigga? Okay, let's get down. Yeah, I call it. We know he's lying. But, you know, now I'm getting upset. And
That is, unfortunately, and here's the thing. If you're waiting till your 40s to marry and have babies,
You're an
did something
idiot.
wrong in your 20s and 30s.
like crack.
I mean, well, I will say this. I focus on my career, which I know you feel could be something wrong. I have no regrets. And
I don't feel like there's anything wrong. I don't feel like there's anything
You don't have no regrets, but you're freezing your eggs. So she thinks that's normal. All right.
wrong. Let me tell you, turn you people in the comment section up. I don't care what y'all think. I mean, honestly, I don't judge by what women want. If you want to focus on your career, do that. But see, one thing that women have not been told in this country is there's a cost to all of it. You can't have it all. Men can't have it all. There are trade-offs and choices.
Yep.
If you chose to focus on your career, I am all for that. Do it. But it comes at a cost of your prime childbearing years.
Damn
I
right.
don't make human beings the way they are. So this is the choice women have to make.
And all she want to do is talk and rebuttal. She ain't trying to listen to a damn thing that KS is trying to tell her.
I wholeheartedly agree. And I was engaged to my college sweetheart. I went to Hampton and I chose to focus on my career instead of becoming a wife. I have no regrets. And Justice, I hear what you're saying with statistics. One of my best friends just got married last year. She's pregnant, due any day now.
Whoop-de-doo.
41, and she's a black woman. So all I'm saying is, yes, you're right. Maybe the statistics aren't there, but in my reality, in my world, I know women that
Anecdotal evidence doesn't change the fact.
It doesn't.
Anecdotal evidence doesn't change the fact. You know people like you. That does not change the reality.
Well, okay. I'm not taking away from that.
What I'm saying is, man,
You 100% try to take away from that. You're just saying words. Why are you letting your lips touch, but nothing that makes sense come out of them? That was wild. I'm not taking away from that. Why'd you say it? Why'd you say it? You said you was pretending as if this is a reality that I can chase and it makes sense because I know my one friend, Taisha, she got married and had a kid at 41. Now she ain't say how that kid is doing, which I'm willing to challenge, but she's perfectly fine. What else was that she just did then?
I'm just saying that.
Listen to what we're doing in the black community. Take it away from you. Take it away from your friends. We're actually having a conversation about women having babies in their 40s. That's how we've become in the black community because we cannot get it together in our
20s
and marrying years because so many of our women value these so-called careers. Now, I don't doubt that you have a career, but I got to let you know how many women I've talked to over the countless years who call their job a career. Most people have a job. Most people have jobs. Most people don't have careers. And it seems to be Wyke, Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Anu all go out and have jobs and careers, just like black women have jobs and careers, and still be able to spin that plate and find a husband.
That's true.
Why can't the other race of women seem to be able to do that? But black women are doing that at a 1 out of 4 ratio. And the next closest women are white women who are married twice as much as you are.
Yep.
And that's married to anybody. You're not marrying anybody.
Can I respond to that? I hear what you're saying. But I also
Only thing Kendra wants to do is argue every point that KS is putting out here. She ain't even trying to listen, really.
think that if women are realistic and they are open to dating and maybe not always focusing on the money and maybe to give up some things on their list, it is possible. I know you said yourself your mother got married at 50. There's people that do still find love in their 40s, and I just think that I don't want women to feel hopeless.
And her 3 sisters died alone.
What is the essence of mastery?
Yeah.
Damn.
Huh?
Boom.
And her 3 sisters on the way to dying alone.
Well, speaking of dying alone,
And currently speaking, Kendra is 47, no man, no kids. Time for you to buy a dog and die alone.
I had a mother who wasn't married when she died, and she didn't die alone. She died.
Do you think black women have been given the accurate message for life?
I will say no. I'll give you that. But I will say this too. There's a lot of things I do agree with you on, Kevin, and that's why I came on your platform. But I will say the die alone things. I don't think women should be fair.
I do. I think fear. I think there's some healthy fear. Because here's the thing: when we do this whole coddling, don't act like it is what it is. No, we need to tell you smoking causes cancer. We don't need to tell you smoking causes smoking makes you happy. Because I'm looking at our community. Black men are at the bottom. Black women are at the bottom. Black boys are at the bottom.
Yep.
You're the only group of women who stand out proudly saying, I don't need a man to make it through life.
Yep.
No other group or race of women is so bold to stand outside and say, put all the pressure of the world on me because I don't need him.
Well, I don't believe that. I believe men are very important. I love the black man. My father.
It's our culture.
Okay, I agree with that. Let me ask you this, Kevin. Do you think a woman, because I hear you talk about settling.
Wait a minute. You said you love black men. Kendra, we have proof that you do not give a flying F-U-C-K about black men. And I am going to show proof of that later on. Let's keep going.
I always wondered your answer to this. Should a woman be with a guy who might be cheating on her, not treating her the best? Do you think it's better to have a man than to not have a man at all?
Yeah,
that was wild. That was your example.
Weird.
Heifer, do you believe that just majority of men are just cheating on their wives? That was the wildest example I ever heard. Do you believe, Kevin? Do you believe?
Why do women always gotta go to the extreme? My Lord.
That a lady should stay with a guy that is cheating on her or be by herself.
This is
Why
wild.
Is that like the other thing? By yourself.
This is
cheating.
wild.
I guess there isn't a guy out there who's just not cheating, right? If that wasn't leading, that was the worst leading ever. I wouldn't. Yeah. Kendra, I really think you be doing fentanyl now. And now that she's older, she downgraded to crack.
Disingenuous question. So when you come in setting the table as if is the choice between a negative and a man, I reject that question. Why don't you give it the other way around? Do you think a woman should have a man who actually she can build with and partner with, such and so forth? Why come in assuming bad faith to begin with?
No, I'm not.
No. Yes, you did. You came in and gave me a negative versus having a man. And that means if he's going to do this, should she choose that? Why don't you give me the other side? Give me the good faith argument.
Okay, well, no, there is a good faith argument, but I just heard you say several times, I think sometimes women...
No, what I'm saying is, why didn't you come to the door giving the good faith argument? Why do I have to ask you for it?
Well, I think naturally, if a man is treating you right, if you find a Russell Wilson, what would be the reason for you to leave?
You mean an NFL MVP quarterback? That's the only thing?
Okay.
She brought up the simp. That's the person you're talking about. You brought up
Really?
the simp. You didn't bring up like the average guy. You just brought up the simp. Like the extra, the extra seasoned simp. That's who you brought up. That's amazing. That was the person.
Okay, we'll take the money. Or just a man, period, that celebrates you.
What I'm asking you is, I don't celebrate you. You're supposed to celebrate him.
But what I'm asking you, Kevin, is this, and I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just simply asking you a question, and I'm really trying not to be combative here.
Why are you really trying not to?
There's some women who date men who might not be treating them the best. And I always just wonder, because I know you preach a lot about settling and being with men. And
I talk a lot about settling because that's what a lot of women talk about all the time when they really ain't settling. See, what I'm saying is I asked you the question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
One of the two things wrong in our community is, one, so many of our women come into interaction with black men in bad faith. You assume the worst, the negative. Ma'am, go rewind this part. You gave me an example. Do you think a woman should settle for a man that's cheating on her, abusing her, such and so forth, in order to just have a man? That is a disingenuous, ass position. When you could have easily come in and gave me the positive, good faith. Do you think it would be better for a woman to be with a man who she can actually live with, to cooperate with, and build a life with, or have nothing? You could have made that choice to come in the door, good faith or bad faith. You chose to come. No. You chose to come in bad faith because that is the default position in our community.
Well, no, Kevin, let me apologize if it came across that way, because
no apologies necessary. That just shows you where we are in the community.
Right, but what I'm saying is there are times, though, obviously there's men out there that treat their women good. I know several men who celebrate their wives and they're good men. So I wasn't asking that question because I thought that's a no-brainer. If you're with a man that is treating you good and you can build with, of course you be with him. But there are times when women are dealing with men who are bringing them more sorrow than happiness. And I was just wondering if you think being a single woman in that predicament would be better off than being with the man who might be bringing you drama. That's all I was simply just trying to ask that question. There's three types of men. There's a man that treats you good.
All right, no. See, this is what we do too often. We do this too often. Acting as though women don't have accountability and consequences of the men they choose. No, man. Okay, I'll let you go on for 30 seconds. And you say a man should be celebrated. I don't know why black women come in and talk about men should be celebrated. You're supposed to celebrate the man. He's not supposed to celebrate you. What other race of women runs around talking about that men need to celebrate them? What are we celebrating?
Well,
who's on top? Who leads?
Well, Kevin, okay.
Who's on top? Who leads?
I do say that, yes, the man leads, but I have to speak for the men that I know that are happily married. They celebrate their wives. They do.
I don't know if she know any of these people, okay? She just keeps saying, I gotta speak for the men I know that are happily married. I know plenty of women who are in their 40s who have babies and just got married. I don't think she know any of these people. I think Kendra is drunk. I think she's just speaking. She seen that he was live and was like, hey, yo, I just had me 3 bottles. I'm calling in. To the wall.
Excuse me. We're now going to show. Kendra G said that she loves black men. We're now going to prove that Kendra G is indeed an effing liar. Let me find it.
Because I don't talk about people that passed on, but y'all talk about Kevin Samuels like he died in a way that you want to die. Now, if you want to die at 53 with no wife by your side that can't revive you, and now I'm learning that he was a whole daddy, a deadbeat daddy at that, you online talking about women, you ain't taking care of your own flesh and blood. I don't know what human takes advice from a man who don't raise their kids.
How do you know that this man didn't take care of his child? How do you know this? Outside of gossip websites, what proof do you have that Kevin Samuels was a deadbeat to the one daughter that he had? I have zero proof of that. You're just running your motherfucking mouth. Squad, we are back with another video. So the other day, Kendra G went live, and apparently at the end of her live stream, she got triggered and went into this entire rant that would ultimately end with her bringing up the Godfather's name up in the chat and pretty much crashed out, saying several things about the Godfather that were in fact not true. But we'll get to that. Hit the like button.
Bye. Someone just said Kendra's advice got me married. Free A said Kendra's. I'm gonna screenshot this.
Of course you are.
Kendra's advice got me married. And I say this in a humble space. And I'm not even humble. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I ain't humble. I look at the definition of humble, and humble says not proud. That ain't me. I'm very proud.
I don't believe that that's the definition of humble. I believe she just kind of made that up. Having or showing a modest estimate of one's value or importance, not arrogant or self-important. You can be humble and still be proud of the things that you accomplish. So I think she kind of made that definition up in her head just to fit her own narrative. But back to it.
I'm very proud. So if you're looking for a humble person, find somebody else to follow, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not humble. I'm very proud, okay, of everything I have accomplished. So I ain't her. Go find somebody to play with. But when it comes to marriage, I 1,000% feel very confident talking about marriage, and I know a lot about marriage, and I don't have to be married in order to know about marriage.
Okay.
I don't. Okay? That's like, and it only happens, and I say this all the time, I've been a journalist for over 20 years, and before this space, I only interviewed celebrities, singers, actors. No one ever said, you don't got a Grammy. How can you interview a person? You don't have an Oscar. It never came up. All of a sudden, when I started talking to single people, and the reason I can tell you about marriage is because I'm a journalist. I've collected data.
There's really no connection right there, but go ahead.
I can absolutely tell you the individuals who want to get married and the individuals who are playing with marriage. I can tell it so easy. That's why even our first person who got married, Joanna Evans, and Evans came on the show. I literally had just started the show. It was April, it was COVID, so it was 2020. And I started the show at the end of April. So Evans was like on maybe my second or third show. And I said, and Evans was like ready to be a husband. And I said, this is a good one, ladies. He's a good one. His non-wife, Joanna, was watching. And she even says it when they came on. She was like, Kendra, you said he was a good one. And he ended up being a good one. They got married. They the first couple to ever get married, got 2 kids to this day. It's easy to tell if somebody really wants to. I mean, I can tell by now if somebody really wants to be a husband and if somebody really wants to be a wife. But furthermore, guess what? I don't give a fuck if you don't believe it. I don't care. Go, like literally, go, why you here? Go follow the people who miserable because they not happy. Let me tell you something. You know why people talk about Kendra? Because Kendra's name is money. That's the only reason why people talk about me. Because my name makes the money. Point blank period. So let's start there, okay? My name is currency. So people enjoy talking about me. How many names have you ever heard me say on this platform?
I tend to disagree with that. I've said this before, and this is no slight to Kendra. She would probably take it as one. But I think Kendra G thinks she is a lot more important or a lot bigger than she actually is in reality. Like, she's big on social media. She has large followings on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and I would never take that away from her. But in the big realm of things, like, people outside of social media likely don't know who you are unless they were in a area in which you were a radio host at one point. And I said this before, and one of the reasons that people discuss Kendra G, her show, and particularly not her, is that her show is a train wreck. It's not good content. It's just a train wreck that people can't turn away from.
Besides celebrities, nobody. Because guess what? I'm the real gangster. I build shit on my own.
You don't shut your ass up, woman.
I build shit on my own. I don't need to use somebody else's content or name to become what I want to become in this world. I work. That's what workers do. This is what successful people do. This week, I did an observation. I was talking to my therapist, and I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. It is what it is. I've been having a lot of
therapists. Well, if you got a therapist, you need to fire that therapist because that therapist ain't did a damn job.
I said, you know what? I love talking to my millionaire friends. You know why? Because you know what we talk about? We talking about making money. That's all we talk about. Every conversation I have with a millionaire friend, how we make more money, what do we do in learning to make money, and then potential leisure time. But a lot of times we don't even talk about leisure time because we too busy trying to put our minds together to figure out ways to become more successful. You know what we don't talk about? Other people. Me and my millionaire friends don't talk about other people. We talk about ways to create things in this world. Guess who talk about other people all day? Broke people. That's what they do. Because they got time. See, people who make money, we know our time is value, okay? My time is my currency. So how I spend my time literally matters because whatever I'm doing, I'm taking away from money I could be making. So are you worth that? Are you worth me? But people spend time on, that's why they're going to be broke and never successful. They'll be broke their whole lives and never successful because all they do is gossip. And they use their tongue to curse their own lives. Like that's the even more astonishing thing about this is that people think they're cursing me and the whole time they're only cursing their whole lives. Nothing you say will ever harm me.
Go
it
ahead,
will always
Wayne.
only harm you. And
Go
God forbid you have children. Your
hell.
poor daughters are going to grow up to become the women that you talk about online all day. Imagine calling a woman a bitch, a hoe, a whore, and you have a daughter. Child, that's what your daughter's going to become. That's just the way life works, okay? And I don't know how people have learned, gotten this.
Shame, guilt, and insults, and the need to be right. Rest in peace to the Godfather.
Your decision is called karma. It never misses. So all you fathers out here who be on a Yuba Tuba talking about women all day, get ready for your daughter's life. Get ready for it.
But I've seen you on YouTube disrespect men, talk about men having erectile dysfunction.
Yep.
She loves talking about men in ED.
Yep.
I've seen you call men names, bitches, broke, all that shit.
Sure
That same
hell
karma
did.
would apply to your silly ass.
Okay? Because she gonna be everything you talk about.
That applies to you by that logic.
Everything you talk about, that's what your daughter's gonna end up like. By the power of your tongue. God listening clear. Okay. Oh, this is easy. Next. So with that being said, for my haters, I mean, I don't mind you being here because you only make me money by being here anyway. So, hi. But on the flip side, you are kind of insane because who watches a person every day that they don't like?
I agree with that.
And with that being said, I don't know, I guess the spirit has something to say to y'all. Because someone said the people are miserable. I'm happy you said that because I want to say that. How? Because it gets back to me sometimes, right? And there's this narrative that I'm not happy. But if I'm the unhappy one, why are you so intrigued by my life? That's what I don't get. If I'm the one that did life wrong, like I'm the one that's not happy, I'm living in a penthouse in Beverly Hills, but I'm not happy, allegedly. Why are you giving me so much attention? Because, see, I be busy in my life, child. So how do you have so much time in your happy-ass life to come figure out what I'm doing in my alleged miserable-ass life? Because the truth of the matter is you might convince the people online, I know the truth. You're not happy. You're miserable. You're jealous. You're envious of my success because I'm a black woman.
I am so sick of this shit. Just stop.
It comes down to the fact that I'm a black woman, a dark-skinned black woman that's doing way better than a lot of men.
I would never take anything away from Kendra G and her success. She put in 20 years.
I'm going to cut that off. Anyways, this is some more disrespect by Kendra G.
I forgot to find you, but if you know, I devoured that bun and cheese. But yeah, yesterday I did a video on Kendra G, right? Cam Newton had interviewed her. So I just basically give my 2 cents on that interview. My main talking point was how Kendra G has a single app to make singles around the world meet, however she's single. Like, common sense will tell her, use your single app to find you a man, because she has expressed multiple times that she wants a man. She did a whole entire interview with Kevin Samuels talking about her frozen eggs. So why not use your common sense and use your platform to find yourself a man? Right? If y'all missed that video, go check it out. But anyways, I saw this comment under the video. It says, "Big up yourself, Woods is me. You won't believe this, but Medium Man just capitals pulled up the radio show that Kendra did right after her Kevin Samuels interview, where she said the exact same thing about Kevin that Cam is saying about her. The internet is an amazing place. It's an amazing place. I want you to tell you, say, guys, I rushed over to Medium Man, and I said I had to see this. I had to see this clip. So that's what we're going to watch together. I won't show the full video. I will definitely link Medium Man video in the description so you guys can go watch it. Shout out to him. Great content creator. If y'all rocking with me, you rock with him. So, fair use. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Let us take a listen so we can laugh. So, I fast forward it a bit to the 13 minutes and 20-second mark.
I think the question, the head scratcher sometimes is, what gives you the right to bring people together? Are you married?
I'm not married.
Have you ever been married?
No, I haven't.
Have you been engaged?
I have been engaged. But before you go any further, what's the name of my show?
What the hell does that got to do with anything? Like, seriously.
Got birth is because I'm single.
Yeah.
I was in a relationship.
And we discussed this point yesterday. How like she's still missing his question. She's still missing his point.
The world is shut down because single life outside is popping, right?
I want, before she goes on, I remember, like I said, as you're listening to this is Cam Newton is essentially giving Kendra G the same criticism that women gave Kevin Samuels. And you see how Kendra G is responding? She don't like it, right? Because she's like, how dare you question me, about what I'm doing on my platform? Which is essentially what Kevin Samuels is doing. I'm not forcing these people to call in. You ain't got to listen to me, but you here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, think about Kendra G is literally defending Kevin Samuels, but she doesn't even notice it because she has to defend her stance. How can a single woman give relationship advice?
Kevin Samuels, the one thing I forgot to ask you when I was on your platform is, where's your wife? Where is the woman that you are married to that can prove your thought process on what it takes to have a successful Black family actually works, because you have one yourself? But then I realized you're not even married. Not only are you not married, you have been married twice, divorced twice. So therefore, you mean to tell me you know all that it takes to have a successful marriage, but it didn't even work in your own life? Interesting.
What's interesting, Kendra, is how are you using your platform to give advice on things that you have no experience in?
Damn right.
Kevin
Talk
Samuels
to him,
been there, done that twice, so he definitely know what doesn't work. Kevin Samuels has been there. He did it. He knows what doesn't work, so he knows how to warn us. He knows how to tell us. He knows how to advise us, Kendra. But the simple fact that she had that much energy for Kevin, and then we fast forward 6 years later, she's saying the same exact thing. If hypocrisy was a person, here's my thing. There's nothing wrong with changing. As humans, we grow, we evolve, we change our minds, or perspective change. We would hope you learn as you grow, so you see things differently. Absolutely nothing wrong with Kendra switching her talk. No. However, at what point is she going to address, damn, I was wrong as hell? At what point is she going to come up with a video and say, you know what, I criticized Kevin Samuels, but shame on me. I was wrong. I did not know any better. Because again, as I said, as human, hopefully we're growing. Hopefully we're evolving. Hopefully as time go by, we're learning. So we change our perspective. Comedy.
The right to bring people together. Are you married?
I'm not married.
Have you ever been married?
No, I haven't.
Have you been engaged?
I have been engaged.
If you've never been married, how can a man who's been married twice and divorced twice give women any type of marriage advice? Isn't that what the criticism of Kevin Samuels was back in the day? But they never criticized Steve Harvey. Why? Because he was telling them what they wanted to hear. It's only a problem if somebody has some pushback or they holding the women accountable. Now, Cam Newton is essentially treating Kendra G like people would treat Kevin Samuels.
Right.
And she don't like it. She uncomfortable.
Hypocrisy.
Funny, right?
But single life during COVID, when you
And you know what? I would rather take advice from someone who has been married twice and divorced twice than from taking it from someone who never been there. You do not know what it takes to have a relationship. It doesn't even have to be a successful relationship. You don't know what it takes to be in a relationship, to be committed to somebody. Kevin knew twice. Yes, he was divorced twice. Yes, it failed twice, but a wise man learns from his mistake. A wiser man learns from other people's mistake. Kevin Samuels had the proof. He knew what it took and how it failed, what caused it to fail, to let us know. Kendra, the one engagement that she's holding on to, the engagement was 25 years ago, but she's still talking about, oh yeah, I've been engaged. The guy who proposed to her probably don't even remember. He probably like, Kendra, who? Like, we dated? I know you. But she holding on to that one engagement because that's all she has. That's all she has. One time, 25 years ago, somebody wanted to marry her for whatever reason, and that's all she had to hold on to.
That's
the
all
nerve
she
and
got.
the audacity of Kendra
She ain't
and
got
her
nothing
bottom
else.
of the barrel fan.
You had nothing. I felt like I was Will Smith and I Am Legend. If we go back to that time, D Nice was connecting us all via Instagram Live.
Okay, I'm done with that. Let's find something else. This one with Corey.
And I gotta say, now you always look nice, but this is the best outfit by far.
Really?
Yeah, we got the same sneakers on.
That's what's up.
And then your coat, but your coat is shutting down everything.
Am I making progress with you?
You are making progress.
I'm trying to make. Corey been trying to hit that since day one. Progress with you. You got a boyfriend?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I gotta wait this out again. One of these years I'm gonna get you.
I was single for a very long time.
I'll be tricking too.
I'll be tricking. You do?
I'm a trick.
What's the fee?
Yeah. Now, what do you...
Depends on who you are.
Okay, so what do you...
Changed now? I thought it was a flat fee.
I'm different now.
So what do you buy? Like, what you trick on?
It depends on who you are.
You'll pay, like, you'll pay rent and stuff?
A lot of times it'd be so funny to me. A lot of these girls get. She sounds like she's seriously considering it too. Every time they have an interaction, Corey seems to get closer and closer with Kendra G. Like she's really considering it. He said, "I'll give you about 10 years. They'll go after 10 years." A lot of times it'd be so funny to me. A lot of these girls got Section 8 and be behind on their rent. I always help them get out of the little triangle they in. They be like, it'll take them like 3 years to get out of a triangle for just about $400-500.
But the level that you would trick at is dependent on the quality of the woman. Yes,
that's right. Yeah, I mean, like that's real. It's like, ladies, who you are is normally the answer to all of your problems.
What do you mean?
Stop acting like you don't know. I hate when girls who like weigh 300 pounds are talking like men be this. I'm like, girl, have you seen you? Don't always be like that because you ain't on your game. If you get on your game, you might be able to be. It's really an attractive woman that ain't got to work.
Listen, you can be big and attractive. Look at Lizzo, who might wear...
You think Lizzo attractive?
Yeah, she's really pretty in the face. She's a pretty woman, though, seriously.
No, Lizzo coming out the bathroom in the morning coughing is gonna run anybody away. Just see her come out going.
Corey, stop.
Girls cough, they run men away. It ain't their fault. It's just you big and you cough. Coronavirus. Right. It gotta be coronavirus. Don't cough.
No, there are a lot of beautiful, bigger women in the world.
If that make them feel better, let's go with that. That's the thing. If there's an honesty thing about, I think this culture we lost Like in the 90s when I was coming up and the
Shout out to
2000s when I was
Fawcett
coming
Media,
up,
by
like
the
the
way.
big girls kind of knew their place. They was a good time, not a long time. But now you got
the
things
fat
like plus
chicks knew
size
their
models.
place.
You got women out
Exactly.
here that are, making careers out of being Instagram influencers for being a certain weight. And I think the game has gotten thrown off. I've noticed a lot of big women with attitudes they never would have had in generations past. It's
Damn
true.
right.
Although every woman that's skinny ain't beautiful.
That's true, but if you have a shape, it helps you in the get chose game.
And get chose game.
In the get chose game. If you are Lizzo's size, you will always settle. You will always settle.
Yep, they always will. Corey ain't lying. Corey ain't lying.
If somebody come at her, I call Lizzo them bottom of the knife chicks. Everybody that
He ain't lying.
She still standing around with the homies because
That's the reality. That's the harsh reality.
come on, bump the club. Ain't nothing to do with it. Ain't nobody waiting on us.
And I'm not just saying this because I'm a female. I just know so many beautiful, bigger women that
You say that because you're a nice person.
But you're a nice person too, Corey.
Okay, and look, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I'm not all in shape and everything, but I understand my limitations. But for most of the girls in poverty situations, I'm God.
I hate you.
I'm like Xerxes on that movie. Leonidas. Right. Leonidas. Embrace me and embrace it. You can't stop me. I will control all of my battle legions.
And the views and opinions of the morning show as a whole, but two of us agree.
I was thinking about some of the famous jokes that you've done in the past, and I always wonder if you ever feel bad about them. You have a very famous abortion joke. Talk about going to the Six Flags. I don't want to say your stuff wrong, but just say you're on a roller coaster.
Yeah. I mean,
you had t-shirts after that. What did the t-shirts say again like that?
I got so many t-shirts. I make fun of life.
Okay.
Like a lot of times in the barbershop, we sit around, we crack jokes, we signify. I learned how to turn that into material I can take on stage and pay the bills with. That's what I do.
But with you being so raw with your material, do you feel like there's any misconceptions about who you are as a person?
I can't worry about that. It's working. I got people who I never imagined even know who I was walk up to me and say, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to put nobody on blast, but...
The same thing was true about Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
Kevin Samuels, if you let people tell it now, was a pariah. There were so many famous people that were behind the scenes like, keep doing what you're doing. And I'm sure they're doing the exact same thing for Corey Holcomb. You can glean so much information from the way Corey Holcomb moves, the way his jokes are built, the way he does commentary. It's a refreshing voice because we've got so much of the opposite right now.
Right.
And I think what it is, people aren't going to come out and say it, because they got jobs to protect. But Corey Holcomb, I can just tell by how people respond to him on this channel. He has a lot of people that agree with him that you would never think do.
When I was on the plane one day and Smokey Robinson walked up to me, he was like, Corey Holcomb. I was like, oh, you know me, Smokey? He was like, what? Keep doing what you're doing, boy. 5150.
Right. That being said, 5150 is the brand and it moves along.
Okay, we're going to end there. I'm going to go back into a little bit more of messing with Sean. Let's get it.
I love it. So I got a question for y'all. Okay, so what's the one thing you've done in a relationship that you wish you could take back and be honest, ladies? Why y'all thinking I got one?
Okay.
So when I was in college, I had a boyfriend, and I wasn't over my high school boyfriend, but I had a college. He was a college boo. He was a good man, but I was still connected to my high school boyfriend. So in college, you have those breaks. I went home and saw my high school boyfriend. We ended up linking up, and I got pregnant. And I was a senior in college, and I had a decision to make. And I was like, you can have this child. You got two things. I never wanted to have a baby at that time without being married, and I never wanted to have an abortion.
All you had to do was close your last one.
Like birth control. And I didn't respect that. So I said, either way, I'm breaking one of my rules because he's not my husband. So I said, you know what, God,
I'm choosing not to have this child. And
Wait, don't
and
put
I have
God
no
into your
regrets.
mess.
I'm so believing women should have their own choice. I have no regrets by my decision. I'm not
Please, do not put God in your mess.
proud of it, but it was the right decision for me. But I have to honor that I had a whole nother man that I ended up cheating on and got pregnant by somebody else. We always talk about how men do us wrong, but women, we do gotta admit sometimes we did a man wrong, right? So what happened?
I don't know if that's me or if that's this show. Hold on. All right, it don't matter. We got the gist of it. She is. Listen, I'm not saying nothing about her and her AB choices. What I'm focusing on is the fact that this is a person who had a whole ass good man that she said she was still having thoughts of the other one, so she went to make sure she made her way down there to see him. Got pregnant, and then started talking about all her choices and life decisions, and decided on the AB. But then after that, she went back to the dude who took her back, mind you. He took her back, asked her to marry him, and then her father told her that she needed to focus on her career. So now I guess maybe she wants to tell y'all in the name of sisterhoodedness that y'all need to focus on her career like she did, and that she knows, and she's the prize now. She is everything, and that's what you are. And the thing is that I don't understand why is it that it has to be one or the other.
Why can't you do both?
Y'all out here acting like it has to be only one or the other. You do know that you can be married, you can have a relationship, and it can work. I think that enough of you heifers think that there's some limit or something, and you can only do one or the other. So that's why you always focus on the career and then come back later on. Y'all keep doing that same thing. You're not learning any lessons from anybody, and then you're following this heifer. Like, you do everything wrong. You do everything wrong. Do y'all do this on purpose? You want your life to be crazy, difficult, chaotic on purpose? Is that what's going on? That's what it seems like, for sure. So if you didn't hear it because you just got here, let me play it for you again.
As long as the requirement is for me to lay on my back and open my legs, a man would never be the prize. Because the requirement is my life, okay? The requirement is my energy. The requirement is for me to make time for you. I run a whole company, okay? So if I have to make time for you, if I have to schedule you in, if I have to alter my life, you will never be the prize.
Selfish.
And I know my worth so much. That is why it's not about, oh, why can't Kendra get a man? No, honey, why can't a man get Kendra? I ain't never trying to get no man, honey. You got to get me, because I am 1,000% whole, good, and thriving. And I am proof that this notion of without a man you will not be happy, that is the brainwashedness that they want women to feel, because they want you to feel like, oh, you have everything but a man. Thank God. Like, sometimes you should say thank God to that prayer. See, a woman, when she really knows her worth, she knows what she brings to her relationship. So you can't manipulate her giving that greatness to you because you think you great. I think the hell not. You ain't got enough money in the bank for my life. Your penis is not big enough for the sacrifice for my life. There ain't an access you can give me that I cannot.
Again, this is shame, guilt. No, shame, insults, guilt, and it need to be right. Rest in peace to the Godfather.
Get on my own that is worth the sacrifice of my life. And that's just a fact. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just telling you what I know. And I've known that my entire life. My life represents that like it's non-negotiable. You can see it now. But when I didn't have a pot to piss in, okay? When I had nothing but a dream and a hustle, I had that same mentality. So you're never going to get the advice from me, it is better to have a man than not to have a man. I'm just not You're not getting that advice from me. Let me tell you something. As long as the requirement is for me to lay on my back and open my legs, a man will never be the prize.
So I'm sick of her voice, but I'm gonna have to go through it like we do tonight's conversation to refute every dumbass thing that she just said that you hating hoes are gonna listen to
I'm
and
gonna
follow.
skip on.
To say when I was a child and I saw what it was, because there was times where there was things called boundaries, and adults didn't tell children and kids all their damn business because it was inappropriate. Now today, that's not a thing, and y'all want to share everything with your kids that you shouldn't be sharing with them, and the things that you need to be sharing with them so that they are successful adults, you don't. Because you act like kids. Because you act immature. Because you think that everybody gives a damn, and they don't. Which is why when you get laid off 300,000 people, you go whine and cry and act like somebody's supposed to do something. Who's supposed to do something? When something goes wrong in your life, you should go to your significant other. Child, if not, go to your mom or your dad. Don't bring it to us. Don't bring it to the internet. Don't ask for money. Don't get on Big Top. No. Go figure it the F out.
Exactly.
That's what they had to do before. Go to the damn government if you have to. We don't give a damn. We tired of y'all coming to us. You can follow her all you want to. When you're on the side of the road and you're calling Tom, Dick, and Harry, and they said, I don't know you. Shout out Generation X. I know you know that reference, Tom, Dick, and Harry. And they act like they don't know you. That's a you problem and a you fault. Because you were out here willy-nilly thinking that you was Sweet Penelope P-word or something. And your P-word ain't all that. That's why she's referencing it in her little soliloquy here. And I'm gonna lay down and open my legs. Girl, shut up. Y'all always want to equate stuff down to sex. And then when someone says something to you about sex, then you act like you're all offended, saying that someone is sexualizing you. You sexualize your damn self. That's all you equate shit down to. That's why y'all out here saying dumb stuff, talking about, I make this, I make that, I'm not going to cook, I'm not going to clean. Well, then pay for somebody to do it then.
Yeah. Might as well.
Pay for somebody to do it. Y'all got all this money. That solves the problem now, don't it? But you don't want to do that. For all these heifers, they got all this money and want to talk all this sugar honey iced tea. I don't cook, I don't clean. Girl, you got the money, just pay somebody to do it. So there's no point in saying all that. Don't that resolve and solve the problem? Oh, no. You want him to do it. And then you want to bring your attitude. And then you want to bring your nastiness. And then you don't want to give up none of this wonderful amounts of money that you have. So you want to live in the olden times when you want to live in them. You want to live in the 70s and the 60s when you want to live in them, and then you want to use it as an excuse to be the see you next Tuesdays that you are.
Bingo.
In order to talk negative about men. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Isn't it interesting what these heifers want to pull out of their ass? And then when they want to go ahead and go by traditional times and traditional things. If you making all the money and you making more money than men and you doing better than men, then go ahead and spend the money. But y'all don't want to do that. You only want to spend it on what you want to spend it on. But it's okay for him to make more money than you, and then you'll go ahead and do whatever, I guess, if that's the case, as long as you're being taken care of. But then again, y'all be effing that up too. So at the end of the day, it's really, like I always say, about your negative attitude and you wanting to be in control. You cannot pick and choose the equality.
Facts. Women, and again, modern women value control over everything else.
You cannot pick and choose the equality. You equally have the same amount of money, so when somebody says you pay for it, there should be no, you the man. No. Y'all want equality. Y'all make all the money. Y'all in charge. See, this is what happens when you run off at the mouth. You done told everything. You don't know how to play poker. These people don't know how to play poker. You don't know how to keep anything close to your vest. You don't know how to not show all your cards. All you do is show all your cards, and you look like a fool every single time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to understand when you ever going to learn.
Some will learn, some won't.
How come when y'all say it's a bad economy and look what Trump did, it's a bad economy and look what Trump did? But when it comes to if you got a man now or you're trying to get one, they got to take care of you. Well, damn it, I thought it was a bad economy and everything was expensive. Excuse me, I thought it was a bad economy and everything was expensive.
Yeah.
So why are you expecting, when you have two people with two incomes, for one income to handle everything? That's just selfishness.
Very selfish.
That's just selfishness, and that's why I don't know about.
And modern women have become narcissistic, egotistical, and selfish. And that's why your BICTH are so single.
I didn't want to deal with y'all's bullshit. She talking about a man can't ever be the prize. Then why they always talking about they want a protector, a provider, a husband? They don't ever say father. They don't ever say that. I don't ever hear them say that. Do y'all? And if that's the shit that you want, then how the hell you gonna get it listening and following somebody that says the mess that she just said? Why is it that it always has to be, I'm the prize, I'm the prize, I'm the prize? Are you a teddy bear in the carnival waiting for somebody to do a dunk contest or something? See, that's the problem with y'all and y'all's relationships, is that y'all too busy competing all the damn time.
Yep.
Who's the prize? Who's winning? Who has the options? Who's settling? Oh my.
And something else with modern women. The only time that y'all will compete is not for the man, but against the damn man. Other than that, y'all don't compete at all.
God, y'all always settling. Real healthy, normal relationships don't work like that. But y'all would rather follow a heifer that says shit like this and think you're gonna find one? The goal isn't for one person to be worshipped while the other person performs, which is exactly what you heifers want. The goal is mutual benefit, but y'all don't ever think about the other person.
They don't.
Again, that's where you fail. That's why you don't get anything. You don't know what a mutual benefit is because you're too busy being so selfish.
They're too damn
that
selfish.
You just want to take. It's in essence, I want the free stuff. We like free stuff. Not only does a man add value, a woman adds value too. And if you ain't got nothing that's valuable, that's why don't nobody want your ass. Both people should feel like they have something from the other person.
Talk
Y'all
about
ain't
it.
giving up nothing.
They're
Y'all
too
ain't giving up
arrogant
nothing
too.
but freaking attitude, and people is tired of it. And if you heifers can be the prize, why is it that men can't be? If you heifers can be prizes, then why the hell can't the man be? That's the person you're trying to. So you trying to get with a what? Not a prize? Like that don't even make sense. So you're a prize, but you don't want to get with one. You will. Then what is the point? What are you doing? Like when you think about it, does it make sense? And what the hell makes Kendra a prize? Her wig? Because she has money, allegedly? Because people know who the hell she is? Failed relationship, dating, curated dating events? Like, why did she just, excuse me, she just thinks she's the prize because she said it? Let me play this mess.
Because the requirements is my life.
I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this off right here. I know I was early with it. Kendra, shut the fuck up and go to hell. Bye.